Welcome back to day 3 of Cotton Christmas Crafts. Today we're going to look at making some decorations for your tree. Here's a couple to give you just an idea of what we're going to be making today. These are some snowballs, and we're also going to have a go, for those of you who want to try something a little bit more advanced, at making a Santa. Okay, now in case you're wondering, this bowl here is just some cotton balls that I've used some diluted paint to dye them and then pop them out in the sun to dry. Okay, so I got a head start yesterday and put some string into the bauble, so I'm going to show you how to do that. So we start by taking string or twine, wool, whatever you've got handy. I usually tie a little knot in the end because it makes it a little bit easier. So just use both, tie the knot. So you've got a knot at the end. What we'll do is we'll take this little one here and we'll put it in here. I've also got a toothpick. So what I'm going to do is pick what I'm going to be the center point. I'm going to put the toothpick halfway in. I'm then going to make a circular motion with it. This will just make the hole a little bit bigger. What I'll then do is I will put the knot above the hole that I've just created. Use the toothpick and push that little knot in there. It can be a little bit fiddly, so you can use also a thumbtack. Just stick it in there, or any other way really. There we go. So I've just popped that in there and it's all ready to go. So for our first one, what we're going to do is create a snowball. So I've got some leftover toilet roll here, and this is just really handy for being able to place our bauble on top of to enable us to glue to it. So let me grab some cotton here out of my big ball, and also some leftover cotton from yesterday. So we're going to use some glue again, and for this one I normally just like putting the glue onto the bauble first. Letting it dribble down a little bit, but before it gets too far, I'm just going to start wrapping some cotton around there, and then I'll lift it up and show you. I just don't want glue all over my toilet roll holder if we can help it, because I'm hoping to reuse it. So, as you can see, full of glue. We've started wrapping cotton around it. So what I'm doing is grabbing the cotton ball. You'll find if you gently tease it out, it will actually be a nice strip of cotton. If you're lucky enough to be living on a cotton farm, even just scraps of cotton will do. That'll just make it look a bit more rustic for you. As you know, most snow is not perfectly white all the time. Not that we're looking for yellow snow, but you will find dirt and leaves and things in there, so that's completely normal. So I'm just going to pat that around there. Use the next one here. Tease it out a little bit. Okay. Squeeze it all on there. Now, as we're getting closer to the top, I'm just going to put a little bit more glue on there. Now, this one does get a little bit fiddly and a little bit gluey, and you will have some sticky hands, so it's good to always make sure that you're working with glue that's water soluble, so you can just pop into the bathroom and wash your hands and practice the COVID dance. So let's just put this last one on here. What I'm going to do is I'm going to spread it out a little bit thinner. Okay, now as with any snowball, you've got to roll it in your hands like you would a normal ball. And there we go. There's your cotton snowball. Now if you want to make these a little bit more festive and a little bit more sparkly, feel free to use some glitter. I haven't used glitter because, as you know, once you've put glitter in the house, it's going to take you the next 30 or so years to get rid of it. But if mum and dad are happy for you to use glitter, or if you're outside, feel free just to pop glitter all over it and it'll be nice and shiny and sparkly. So I'm going to leave that on the toilet roll holder here. I'm now going to show you the next one that we're going to do, which is one using our pink/red cotton. So this is a bauble that I've already started. What I'm going to do is grab some of the pink, and I'm also going to be teasing this out just to give it a little bit more of a patterned look. So like you can see there, what I'm going to do on these ones is I'm actually going to put the glue just very lightly on the cotton itself, because I've used my toilet roll there and I didn't think to have any others out at the moment. So I'm going to put that one around. Might use another one. Now in Australia at the moment the weather's quite warm, so these didn't take long to dry outside in the sun at all. All I did was take some craft paint, pour it in a cup, maybe half a teaspoon's worth, and then half a cup worth of water, stirred it up, let it sit for a while, and then just dunked each one of these in there individually. So let me put some glue on this one. And I'm going to put that one around here. There's a nice solid one. I did try to squeeze out some of the colour before I put them on an old tray to dry, and the reason for this is otherwise they can get a little bit difficult to work with. You will find that once you start teasing them out, they're actually a lot nicer coloured on the inside as opposed to the outside, so I prefer to stick with having the inside out. Just a couple more to go. Once he is fine to go the right way. Should be able to use this one as our last one. I just want to move on so I can show you the Santa Claus one as well. Now with the paint colours, I've stuck to red obviously for Christmas, but you can make these in any colour that you wish to match in with whatever your colour scheme that you're going with, or if you just prefer bright colours, you can go with bright colours as well. So this now just looks a bit like a fairy floss snowball. Once again, if you want to pop some glitter on it, you can. Once the glitter is on there, if you don't want it to go anywhere, a little trick is to spray it with hairspray. That might save some of it ending up everywhere. But yeah, glitter tends to stick around. So what we're going to do now is we're going to attempt to make a Santa that doesn't quite look as scary as this. So what I've got is, I've got some felt, just some leftover felt bits that I had. I'm going to take this ball here. Let's see. Okay, we're going to need to use 2 bits of felt, I think. So what I'm doing is just making sure to see whether or not the felt goes all the way around. What we might do is, might just take a smaller ball, grab some twine, tie a little knot in the end. Like so. Got my toothpick, pick my centre spot, make a reasonable sized hole, put the knot above the hole, and then use a toothpick to just push it in there. Now, I picked up a bag of these styrofoam balls really cheaply from Spotlight. I believe Kmart has some too. I know Aldi's got a Christmas craft thing happening at the moment. If you don't have the exact balls, there's nothing stopping you from actually just making the whole ball out of cotton. Or you can maybe start with using tape to make your own ball. So I'll show you that in a moment. But now that we've got that here, what we're going to do is we're going to get the hat done. So I'm going to take this piece of felt, and I believe this is a trapezoid shape. So what I'm going to do is put some glue along the bottom long edge. I'm going to take this with the string sticking out and put that on all the way around. Now I'm going to cut some of this felt because I didn't quite leave the string long enough. So what you want to make sure is when you've put the hat around, you've got that little piece of string there, because that's what's going to enable you to hang it. So once I've cut that, I'm then just going to fold over and join these together. Once again, can't go wrong with your glue. And you've got your Santa face. Now, in yesterday's sample that I tried to make for us, I used some googly eyes. It looks like it should probably be the ghost from Christmas Past. So what I'm going to do for this one is I'm actually just going to use a black felt pen. And I'm just drawing a face on there. Not very good at concentrating and talking at the same time, but I'll get the hang of it. So as you can see, you've now got a little face on there. So once we've got that, what I need to do is then look at gluing some beard on. So I'm going to take another cotton ball. Once you pull it out, you'll see that it's nice and long. I'm going to tease it out a little bit more to the edges. And I'm going to fold it over. Once I've folded it over, I'm going to then add some glue on there and stick that straight on to the ball. So should probably let this dry in between each stage, but as you can see, there you go, you've got your own little Santa there as well. So I'm going to pop that one down. Now, if you don't have the styrofoam balls, one of the things I did practice a little bit with yesterday is just using some masking tape. This is some masking tape that I have just lying out in the shed. Make sure before you use your masking tape you ask Mum and Dad that it's okay. But what you do is you grab the masking tape. Now I've got it sticky side is facing me at the moment. So I'm going to wrap it, put it in between my two fingers, and then wrap it around my hand. Once I've done that a couple of times, what I'll do is I'll take it off, and this should now be easier to make into a ball. You can then keep adding tape onto that, so if I wanted that bigger, what I'm going to do is take a strip off. Once again, sticky tape side is towards my fingers, so I'm going to put the opposite side on the ball and keep wrapping. Okay. So we now have a nice little sticky ball. What I'm going to do is get some twine. Same trick as I've been doing all day. I'm going to put the two ends together. I'm going to tie a knot in them. What I'm going to do is then stick it in against this. Now because I'm using masking tape, I'm going to use a little bit more masking tape just to hold it in place. Okay, so now we've got that. What I'm going to do is go ahead and take some of these pink and white bits. And because I've got the tape on the outside, this should just now stick to it for you, which should make it a little bit faster. So just pulling these apart, teasing them out a little bit, just to give it a bit of shape, a bit of colour. And you can do this obviously with the white as well. I've just got a few of these pinky ready ones to go through, so that's what I'm going to use. Once you've got it in, you roll it up like a snowball, and ta-da! There's another one. So today we've covered off how to make your everyday white snowballs using the styrofoam ball. We've also done coloured Christmas baubles. We've done your little Santa decoration. Now you can add more cotton onto that. So now that we've got some fluffier bits here, what I'm going to do is just add a little bit of decoration to his hat. And everyone knows the top of Santa's hat's got a fluffy pom-pom as well. So we'll use a bit of cotton for that. And there you go. There you have it. All ready for your Christmas tree. Thanks again for tuning in today. Can I please ask that when you do try our crafts, that you do upload them to social media, hashtag them with Namoi Cotton Christmas, so that we can see what you've done and maybe we can learn some tricks from you. Until tomorrow, stay happy, stay crafting. Bye-bye.